The ever-growing rural-urban migration has led to the mushrooming of informal settlements where the majority of the city population live. Whereas they are close to the city, they lack basic infrastructure like proper housing, sanitation, education and health facilities that other parts of the city enjoy. But it is here in these informal settlements where the labor that serves the city, its industries, its homes, comes from. Women and young girls, however, are the most vulnerable, as the most common economic activities or sectors in which they too engage in are menial jobs, especially domestic work. They simply work at the mercy of their employers. This category of workers in this modern Kenya operate in an unregulated market and work at the whims of their employers.
Mimi nilifanya standard 8 2006, nikapata max 334. Baba yangu na wasasi wangu hawakuwa nachiweza yoyote, nikaajia shule standard 8, hakukuwa na mtu wa kunisponsi. Nikaletwa Nairobi hapa, nikakuja kazi ya nyumba. Unaosha vyombo, unaosha manguo, unaosha joo, unaosha ukuta. Mpaka masaa kama saa 11 ukipata unapata amekupea shilingi 200. Na hiyo huwezi kata kwa sababu hauna mwelekeo mbele wala nyuma.
Kuna matatizo saa nyingine. We are sexually abused. Sasa unaweza pata mwanaume anakuita ukamfulie nguo, wao nafikiria ni ile kazi ya kufua nguo, kupaza, kuosha vyombo. Huyu mwanaume anakuingia kwa nyumba anakuambia kazi ni mimi. Saa nyingine unakuta ukifanya hii kazi, mwingine anaweza kukupatia kazi kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni. No breakfast, no lunch, whatever, hakuna. Kwa hivyo tunajisukumia tu hiyo kazi kwa sababu hakuna kazi nyingine hapa Nairobi unaweza pata rahisi isipokuwa hii ya nyumba.
Leo unakujanga unaambiwa leo niosea totosi.
Naomba ingekuwa tunaweza tengenezewa organization ya kutetea hawa mama, tukipeleka grievances zetu kwa hiyo organization inaweza peleka kwa higher authorities.
We are looking at gender empowerment that translates to equity and equality. This also should also translate to women understanding their rights and being able to champion for their rights.
One of the things that you will realize is like the domestic workers, even the identification where they are is also a process. So we'll reach out to them and encourage them to feel this is their process so that they come in with an open mind, first willingness to learn. So we'll be doing a lot of skills development, trainings aimed at capacity development, opportunities on how do you, even about entrepreneurship. How do you even start in opening your own bank account? How do you save? How do you improve your life? How do you make your targets? How do you improve the capital? Where do you access this kind of loans if you want to take loans? That kind of encouragement and training.
Through funding from the European Union, Oxfam Kenya, in partnership with Women's Empowerment Link, Site, Enterprise Promotion and National Organization of Peer Educators, have come together to implement the Wezesha Jamii project aimed at enhancing socio-economic empowerment of poor and vulnerable urban women dependent on the informal economy in Nairobi.
We hope that with this project, the life for many women will improve. The project will benefit 30,000 women, 10,000 domestic workers, and 20,000 small-scale traders that are currently living in Mukuru, Kibera, Matare, Kawangware, and Korogocho. This project is very important for the EU. Why? First of all, because it aims at reducing the poverty. And it aims to reduce the poverty for women. One of the main objectives of the EU's cooperation, development policy, development aid, is to reduce poverty, but in particular also to enhance women's empowerment. Women are very important for our support, the EU support. And that's why this project fits very well with the EU's objectives.
This 4-year project will be implemented at a total cost of €3,250,655, approximately 345,057,028 Kenya shillings. The European Union will finance 71.76% of this cost, which translates to 247,617,272 Kenya shillings, while Oxfam will co-finance 28.84%, approximately 97,439,756 Kenya shillings.
The objective of the project is to promote livelihoods and inclusion of women small-scale traders and domestic workers living in Nairobi City. Our motivation in this project is to build economic empowerment of those people who are engaged in informal economy. And informal economy is a very big sector in Kenya. It employs 75% of Kenyans. That is according to Vision 2030. So this project focuses on empowering those who are engaged in informal economy to be able to improve their livelihoods and incomes.
Our expectation as site is to see the lives of the 30,000 target beneficiaries and the over 1.4 million indirect beneficiaries who depend on the informal economy benefiting from the activities that will be undertaken by this project, both within the project period and long after the project is concluded.
This project will contribute to the realization of 4 results, namely increased livelihood opportunities and social support options for women target groups, greater equity and resilience of women target groups empowered about their rights and having a collective voice, and having the government and other stakeholders well informed and delivering their responsibilities within increased efficiency.
By the end of this project, the domestic workers and small-scale traders who are based in Kawangware, Korogosho, Mathare, Kibera, and Mukuru, that many of them will be more enlightened. They will be participating more in campaigning to ensure that their rights are not abused.
In order to ensure sustainability and ownership of the project, the relevant stakeholders to be engaged and roped in include women domestic workers and women small-scale traders, Kenya Union of Domestic, Hotels, Educational Institutions, Hospitals and Allied Workers, Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institute, a government training institution, sees the project as an opportunity to help build skills and transfer business technological incubation. Kenya Women's Finance Trust, which considers the project a means to reach their clients better, International Labour Organization will be supporting with technical advice, Nairobi City County, which appreciates the opportunity to improve delivery of their duties, the media for influencing policymakers and sensitizing communities on rights, Ministry of Labour, which will formulate gender-sensitive laws and policies, Micro and Small Enterprise MSC Authority, interested in supporting women entrepreneurs, the European Union, Women Enterprise Fund, and the National Hospital Insurance Fund.
Being part and parcel of the stakeholders, we want to make sure our domestic workers, as we meet every Sunday, every second Sunday of the month in Nairobi, that we shall be calling our stakeholders to come and educate, inform, and above all create awareness that domestic workers participate into the program of such nature.
That is a very precious thing that I will support 100%, because that is something that will boost the security of the area. When somebody comes up with something that boosts their income, definitely the security is boosted.
We are supposed to ratify the convention, but the due process is, we have not started the process, because before we implement a convention, we must have followed the due process. That is consulting what we call social partners, that is the workers and employers representative, and the government, and then we have to write a session paper to Parliament.